Trump Derangement Syndrome. What is it? It's a disease that a surprisingly large number of people had, or some still have, but I think people are recovering from this, where they literally think Trump is Hitler. If he does anything, they accelerate what he's done by about 1,000 times and say, look, he said this, he must be racist. Look, he's putting babies in cages on the southern border. No, he's not putting babies in cages. People on the southern border are illegally entering the US and they're being put in detention facilities, the same detention facilities Obama used. Sometimes kids are now separated from their parents because 30% of kids coming across with parents are actually not with their real parents, they're with their fake parents, because these criminals are trying to trick the US authorities into thinking they have a family when they don't. They're abusing these kids, they're using these kids. They're not putting babies in cages. Morons say things like putting babies in cages to try and make Trump sound far worse than he is. The US hasn't really changed since Trump came in. People illegally crossing into the country, because the US is a country where you need a visa to go and work there, or you need to legally enter the country, like any country. People doing this on the southern border illegally are being dealt with as they should be, as they were by every US president in modern times. So Trump Derangement Syndrome is a mental disorder where you're incapable of seeing anything Trump does rationally. It's complete irrationality. It's a kind of religious ecstasy that people whip themselves up into. It bypasses the logical, rational brain entirely. Look at what Trump's actually done. Fewer drone strikes than Obama. You don't hear people with Trump Derangement Syndrome ever credit Trump for doing anything good ever. It's confirmation bias on steroids. Anytime Trump does anything they think is bad, they'll exaggerate it. Anytime he does something good, they're blind to it. So yes, it's a mental disorder. Trump has a trolling, you may say unpresidential delivery. That's fine. The fact that this is good because it acts as a defense against the idiocy of the left. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll say what needs to be said, and that's a good thing. But Trump should be judged on the facts, on what he actually does. And he just isn't. And so many people have Trump Derangement Syndrome. You need to look at Trump as a normal president and a normal human being, which is basically what he is, and judge him on what he's done, on his merits. But so many people have this brain virus, including people that are otherwise sensible, such as Sam Harris. So many people have this brain virus that they're incapable of seeing him rationally. Why is that? I think it's because Trump doesn't give a fuck about their stupid ideas, and most people are too scared to expose the motherload of stupid ideas on the left at the moment, like intersectionality, like the bullshit feminists are doing, like Black Lives Matter. Everyone's too scared to even talk about these things because the far left has taken over society, business, government, education. The far left has taken over. So if you even question the far leftist religion, you'll lose your job. Trump doesn't have a boss. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. There's nothing people that dislike him can do about it. And that pisses them off. So because their worldview, their stupid, illogical, provably wrong worldview is challenged, their small NPC, social justice warrior brains explode and they get angry. And once you get angry, you can no longer be rational. And also, it makes sense for them to lie about Trump because they think that they think they need to get rid of him because Trump is doing a good job. He's exposing the left for its stupidity. He's demonstrating that he's not racist. He's not really bad. He's just a normal president who's actually done some good things, may get peace with North Korea, for example. the economy is doing very well. Whether that's down to him or not is another question. But he's just a president. Just a president who trolls a bit. That's it. And he shits on the stupid, scientifically provably incorrect ideas that are infecting the left and the West. He doesn't give a fuck. And this is dangerous because when someone who doesn't give a fuck can expose your lies, and the left has a foundation of lies underpinning almost everything it does now. The racism and bigotry and sexism of intersectionality, the feminist lies, the perpetual victim narrative put forward by feminists and Black Lives Matter and others. All of this bullshit, and almost everyone knows it's bullshit, but on the left you have to pretend to believe it. All of this bullshit is threatened by someone who speaks the truth. Trump speaks the truth. So and this again is why leftists never debate right wingers, because they know their ideas are stupid at the moment. I mean, I'm not right wing, but the left is where all the stupid ideas are coming from, and this is why leftists are scared to debate centrists or right wingers, because their ideas are stupid. They're scientifically proven wrong, and they're bigoted, racist, and sexist. So anyone that threatens your entire worldview, you would probably justify any way of getting rid of them, including lying about them. But it's not just that people lie about Trump. It's that people are irrational and highly emotionally charged about him. Because to change your worldview, to have your worldview, your stupid, incorrect worldview, that is now what the left is founded on, to have that exposed entirely would require people holding these stupid views, people who've been brainwashed with these stupid intersectional views, racist and sexist views, just as bad as Nazis, just hating different people. It's a hate-based ideology. The leftist ideology is based on hate. Anyone who's a leftist is full of hate for white men, basically. To have that exposed as what it is, flawed, unworkable, bigoted, means you have to change your opinion on something. And most people really don't want to have to change your opinion on something because it means they've been wrong for a long time. And anyone subscribing to this nonsense has been wrong, has been a hate-filled, incorrect bigot for many years, probably. People are very bad at changing their mind on things. So these people don't want to be proved wrong. So they get irrational, emotional, and go scorched earth on Trump. What you get is just people making a fool of themselves. Like, you get mainstream media pretending Trump was in collusion with Russia for years with zero evidence. It's you've got a madman driving the bus in media terms and in terms of people with Trump Derangement Syndrome. If you don't like Trump, fine. If you don't like his policies, fine. Come up with rational reasons not to like them. But saying he's putting babies in cages on the southern border, it's fucking stupid. He's barely doing anything different to Obama. Saying he's racist because he wants to build a wall on an international border is fucking stupid. Most international borders have some kind of barrier along them because it's an international border. You fucking lunatics. So, yeah, if you have Trump Derangement Syndrome, and many people do, just get over it. Assess him logically and rationally, using the same tools and as much as you can, unemotional reasoning that you would with anyone. He's not Hitler. He's not really any different to anyone. He's just a president that some people like and some people don't like. In some ways, it's very important. He's done some very good things against the lunacy of the left. Hopefully, it'll pull the left back to the centre and start making them act rationally again. There's no sign of it. If Trump wins a second term, maybe that will help. But yeah, Trump Derangement Syndrome. It's very entertaining to watch morons who have this try and operate in society. But it's a mental disorder, and idiots who have it just need to get over it. And if you see people do it, laugh at them. Point out stupidity and irrationality of what they're doing. Ask them if they judge anyone except Trump with such ridiculous, emotionally charged, exaggerated reasoning. Did they think about Bush or Obama in this way? Or are they just looking at Trump as if he's literally Hitler? Are they acting as if he's about to open a concentration camp? Or are they being rational? They're not being rational. We need to expose people who do this kind of stupid shit. We need to expose them anytime you see it. We need to expose it all the time. And no, building a wall isn't racist. It's called enforcing the law.